welcome to the deep dive. You asked for quick, thorough explorations of fascinating historical spots, so today we're heading underground to the ancient city of Kariz on Kish Island.
Yeah, Kish Island. Many people think modern resorts may be duty-free, but there's this incredible layer of history right beneath the surface.
Exactly. So our mission today is to really unpack the story of Kariz, where it came from, how it was built, and why it's still such a draw. We've looked at articles covering its history and features.
And we're excited to share what we found. It's quite a story.
Let's start with just how old Kariz is. It's not just old, it's, well, ancient.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking over 2,500 years old. That puts it among the oldest known qanats in Iran.
And a qanat, just to clarify for everyone, is like an underground channel.
Exactly. A kind of subterranean aqueduct designed very cleverly to use gravity to bring groundwater to the surface. An ancient solution.
2,500 years ago, wow. And its main job was pretty vital, right? Fresh water?
Critically important, especially on a coral island like Kish, where, surface water isn't exactly abundant. It shows how they tackled a fundamental problem.
It really does. That ingenuity of ancient Iranian engineers, finding and managing water like that.
And Kish, being a coral island, presented unique challenges. They weren't just digging through soil, it was porous coral rock. They had to understand that.
Plus, Kish was a key trading hub back then, wasn't it?
It was a very strategic spot, so a reliable water source wasn't just nice to have. It was essential for residents, for merchants passing through, for everything.
So the engineering had to be top-notch.
Incredibly sophisticated for the era, excavating through coral, through rock layers, making sure the water stayed pure, preventing evaporation. It shows a real mastery of the local geology.
We kind of take water access for granted now. So even though Kish has modern water systems today,
Kariz remains hugely significant, historically, culturally. Stepping inside is like, well, stepping back in time.
And architecturally, you mentioned it's unique, even compared to other Iranian qanats.
It is, yeah. For one thing, it's deep. We're talking 16 meters. That's over 50 feet underground.
That's quite deep.
And then there's the scale. It's not just one channel. It's this whole network of tunnels stretching for kilometers.
Kilometers. Wow. An underground water city almost. And I read something amazing about the ceilings. Fossils.
Oh, this is maybe the most mind-blowing part. As you walk through, the ceilings above you are literally covered in fossils and seashells. And they estimate these are like 500 million years old.
500 million? You're kidding?
Nope. So you're walking through this 2,500-year-old structure, looking up at remnants of marine life from 500 million years ago.
That's incredible. It's like a natural history museum embedded in ancient engineering. Did the builders know what they were digging through, you think? The age, I mean.
That's a great question. We probably can't know for sure what their understanding was, but they clearly worked with the material they had. The result for us today is just this amazing blend. Human skill meeting deep geological time. It creates this unique atmosphere.
It really paints a picture. And you can see how smart they were, using the island's geology to their advantage.
Absolutely. Building stable tunnels in that coral soil, keeping the water flowing and protected. It shows such a deep understanding. It lasted millennia.
So it's this fusion of ancient tech and natural wonder. But Kariz today isn't just like an empty historical tunnel, is it? They've added things.
Right, exactly. It's been adapted for visitors. One of the big things is the Underground Museum.
A museum down there. What sort of things are on display?
You'll see tools and objects related to actually building and maintaining qanats. It gives you real context about Kariz and about the whole qanat tradition in Iran, which is fascinating in itself.
That sounds really valuable. And I also heard cafes, underground restaurants.
Yeah, you can actually sit down, have a coffee or a meal deep underground in this cool, ancient space. It's definitely a unique dining experience.
Beats a regular cafe any day. Is
Right.
there also a bazaar?
There is a traditional one. It's described as a charming space where you can find local handicrafts, traditional products. It's a nice way to connect with the local culture right there in the qanat.
So you can literally buy souvenirs inside this ancient water system. Memorable. And a photo studio, really.
Yep, even a photography studio. I suppose the unique architecture, those fossil ceilings, the lighting, it makes for a pretty dramatic backdrop.
It sounds like they've really thought about the visitor experience, blending the history with modern touches. Have there been recent updates too?
Yes, they've done renovations to keep it appealing for modern tourists. Things like better lighting systems to really show off the features, audio guides for tours, and even setting up spaces for galleries and art exhibits.
Keeping it fresh. Okay, practicalities. How easy is it to get to Kariz?
Pretty easy, apparently. It's centrally located on Kish Island. Sources say taxis or rental cars can get you there without much trouble.
Good to know. Any tips on the best time of day to visit?
Early morning or late afternoon seems to be the advice. Primarily to avoid the hottest part of the day, makes exploring underground more comfortable.
Makes sense. And should people just wander? Or is a tour guide a good idea?
A guided tour comes highly recommended. The guides add so much context, pointing out details, telling the stories. You'd likely miss a lot otherwise.
Right, get the full story. What about clothing? Anything specific?
Just comfortable clothes and, importantly, comfortable shoes. You'll be walking, and it can be a bit humid down there in places.
Okay, makes sense. So, summing up, if you're on Kish, why make time for Kariz? What's the real draw?
It's just different. It's this tranquil underground world steeped in millennia of history. The architecture is authentic. You see the water channels. It connects you to the past in a very direct way.
Plus the art and modern comforts.
Exactly. It blends that deep history with things that make the visit engaging and comfortable today. It's a unique package.
Sounds compelling. Now, thinking about planning a trip to Kish in general, is there a best season to go, especially if Kariz is on the list?
Autumn and winter are definitely the recommended seasons. The weather on Kish Island is much cooler and more pleasant then. Makes exploring Kariz and everything else much more enjoyable.
Okay, so aim for fall or winter if possible. Let's talk cost. Any idea about entrance fees and the exact location?
Entrance fees can change, depending on the season or maybe special events. There are usually different prices for adults and kids.
Best to check ahead then.
Absolutely. Check their official website or call them for the latest info, maybe see if there are any discounts. But given the unique setting and what's inside, it seems like good value.
And the address for people planning their route.
Sure, it's Hormozgan Province, Kish Island, Romana Boulevard. It's located between Olympic Square and Farvar Square. The area is called Kariz City.
Got it. And a phone number if someone wants to call.
Yes, the number provided is 076-444-31553. Good idea to call for current hours or if you have specific questions, especially for groups.
Perfect. Okay, let's quickly recap some key facts, almost like a mini FAQ based on what we've covered.
Sounds good. So, age, over 2,500 years. What's inside? The Kanad. Plus art galleries, shops, cafes. Visit time, maybe 1-2 hours.
Best season. Autumn and winter. Guided tours. Yes, and recommended.
Good for all ages. Seems so. And accessible. Ticket costs vary. Amenities like food and shop. Yes. Photography. Allowed.
Fantastic summary. So wrapping up our deep dive, Kariz-e-kish is clearly this amazing feat of ancient engineering. It's got history, unique architecture, and these cool modern touches all hidden beneath a modern island.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? These ancient ways of managing resources, like the Connaught system for water. Maybe there are lessons there for us today dealing with things like water scarcity.
That's a great point. It's not just looking back at history.
No, it's seeing human ingenuity that's still relevant. A testament to finding solutions that last really makes you consider what we might learn from the past.